Hi guys, welcome back. This is Scatlink Sean and...
Blue Hedgehog Man 17.
And he became a robot in between episodes apparently. But in the last episode, I went into Ganon's castle. I took out all 6 barriers, and I'm right outside the King of Evil's throne room. Well, not throne room, more like organ room, because that's all he has in that room. Kind of odd for the King of Evil to not even have a throne, but there you go. And, yeah. What did you do?
Alright, well, what I did in the last episode was that I had some difficulty trying to go for the horseback archery with the to try to get the heart piece and the biggest quiver. And I had to get out of the horseback archery to get some rupees in between. But eventually I did get the biggest quiver, and there you go. What I'm going to do is, in this episode, right now I'm actually in the middle of going for some heart pieces. And after that, what I'll do is I'll get started on the child half of the spirit temple. So, there you go.
Right, so... in the possibility that I do actually finish before time is up, the timer will still continue until the timer runs out. Or if I somehow have massive difficulty and the timer rolls over, since I'm still going to be in a boss fight and the credits are quite long, if the timer ends before then the episode will end after the credits are over and the screen says the end. So that way, you know, we still have the full 30 minutes regardless.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to start this episode of the Versus Race. Again, it's possible that this will be the final episode, so let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Time starts now. Let's go.
And so the final battle began. I always equip the red tunic for the final one because, like in the older Zelda games, where like your armor color denotes how much defense you have, the red tunic always gives you the most defense. Unless it's Link's Awakening, in which case you do double damage. But you know, that's probably still more worth, in my opinion.
Okay.
Why does Ganondorf's cape look like something out of the PS1? The texture kind of like wobbles unnaturally.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. It looks like it's from the PS1.
Okay. Yeah, so again, yeah, I'm just now in the middle of going for heart pieces here, so it shouldn't be much to be honest. Oh, I didn't mean to go back in that direction.
Well, I'm just stuck in a cutscene right now. Ganon, what happened to your eye? You're missing one. Did someone punch you in the eye when I was not here? Did someone beat me to the punch?
Oh, wow.
He's got a literal black eye. He's like a pirate. You are a pirate! That was funny. Oh no, he still got it. It was just the shadow. He must be wearing an eye patch. That was interesting. Yeah, now he's gotten back. He must have took it off. Wow, that graphical bug was actually pretty funny. Okay.
Okay. Come on, get out of my way, you stupid Tektite, you.
Let's just not have a repeat of Chaos Edition where I just can't hit this thing for beans. Or my sword gets put away randomly. That was a fun time.
Oh my god, what? I thought that was going to be like a double whammy for a second. I hate you, you stupid gway.
So, since this could possibly be the finale, I mean, not going to sugarcoat, but I don't want to rub it in either, and that's probably why we're not exactly too thrilled, because it's not as close as we would have liked it to have, because of how some things of the races went, like with technical issues and other stuff like that. But a way that we can lighten the mood is talk about our current projects right now, so that once this is over, we can talk about what we currently have got going on the side, because this was our co-op side project. I mean, we probably already talked about it before, but might as well talk about them again. Or maybe upcoming projects, give them a little sneak peek.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, now that you mention that, okay. In an earlier episode, I said I was gonna get the hell out of my way, you stupid gway. I hate you so fucking much. Anyway. I said in an earlier episode that I was going to do a Let's Play of Mario Kart Wii and go for 100%. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be a man of my word and do that anymore, because when I tried recording the game on the Dolphin emulator, I've had quite a few problems, so I don't know how this is gonna work. But I was thinking maybe, how do I say it? I was thinking maybe, see, here's the thing. To play with Wii remotes on the Dolphin emulator, you need to actually, how do I say it? You need to have Bluetooth connectivity in some way, and let's see. Some Windows computers have it, others don't, and for those that don't, I think you need a certain chip or something. I forgot how it goes, but with the Bluetooth sensitivity, you can actually, play the Wii remotes on the Dolphin emulator. All you have to do is press the 1 and 2 buttons simultaneously, or at the same time, in other words, and you'll be able to play certain Wii games with the classic controller. Or I'm sorry, the Wii remote in general, and that would include the classic controller or the nunchuck, or even the Wii Motion Plus. Where am I going? I'm missing a heart piece here.
And technically, with that setup, you're able to, with Bluetooth, you're actually able to use the classic controller on the PC.
Right. So I think what I'll do is I'll try to record Mario Kart Wii again, but I'll do it. I think what I'll do is I'll use the Bluetooth sensitivity, and I'll use either the black Wii Classic controller that I've used during my 101% Let's Play of Donkey Kong 64, or I could instead use a Hori Battle Pad that I have, the Legend of Zelda edition, because sometimes I've been using that to play Super Smash Brothers on the Wii U. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll use one of those two controllers to play Mario Kart Wii on the Dolphin emulator, and hopefully I'll go for 100% in that game. However,
yeah, 'cause I'm pretty... Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
However, even though I'm going for 100%, I know the true 100% would be not only unlocking everything and winning gold trophies, but it would also mean to get the true 100% in Mario Kart Wii, you have to get 3-star ranks in the cups, which sadly I'm not going to be doing. So I'm going for 100% as far as winning gold trophies and unlocking carts and characters and bikes and yada yada yada. But going for 3-star ranks is a real pain in the ass, so I'm not really gonna bother with that. And just like I did for Mario Kart Double Dash, I'm not gonna use any commentary for the Wii version of Mario Kart. So there you go.
I was gonna ask, since Dolphin can actually run Wii games, Mario Kart Wii is compatible with GameCube controllers, so couldn't you not just use one of those instead of a Wii remote? And even then, if you wanted to use a Wii remote, you can buy a USB Bluetooth dongle for quite cheap, because I mentioned that with the Hori D-pad Joy-Con in the last episode.
Okay, well, let's see. Mario Kart, well, how do I say? Mario Kart Wii, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and some other games do support the GameCube controller. But if I were to do that, I would have to connect the Smash adapter that I have for the Wii U. And I'm not going to do that, so I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to use the GameCube controller. The only thing I would have to do is I would probably have to either, how do I say it? I would have to either get a separate USB adapter, or maybe get another new, how do I say, another new Wii U adapter that way. So yeah.
Why can't you use your Wii U to GameCube adapter?
No. Okay, you.
No, why can't you? Is what I asked. What, is it like in an awkward place in your setup or something?
Well, no. You're asking me why can't I? I said I'm not going to. Is what I said.
Yeah, but then you're talking about like buying other adapters. It seems a bit redundant when you already have an adapter. That's why I'm asking you, why can't you?
Okay. Well, I'm not using the adapter I have because I don't think. I fear that if I tried to connect it, it'll start to dysfunction and whatnot, and then it's just not gonna work anymore. Actually, I didn't even have to go here because I'm going to the Spirit Temple. Remember?
What make is it? Is it Mayflash?
The adapter I have, no, it's not Mayflash. It is a third party, but it's not Mayflash.
Right, well, despite them being like Mayflash or not, because Mayflash are primarily PC first, when it comes to like these adapters, they're mostly made for the PC in mind in the first place, because, well, anything can work on a PC effectively, but, you know, Nintendo are always like, you shouldn't use third-party stuff that's not officially branded by us, but nothing says that you can't do that unless it's the Switch, in which case docks run rampant, but yeah, you go. Just wondering why. I mean, you can get a specialised one, sometimes that is a good idea, but as I've already said before, you can easily get like a cheap Bluetooth dongle, USB dongle, to give your PC Bluetooth functionality. I mean, I've got one from the pound store, so I just haven't used it because my laptop has it built in. But yeah, a series that I've got going right now, Kingdom Hearts. I've got past up to, actually I've recorded up to Atlantica right now, so we're actually, I would say, just over halfway through. I mean, we've got a lot of side quests to do, but we're just slowly going through the story at this point, making decent progress each time. We've actually done a lot of gummy missions as well. We've been doing those along the way once we have enough equipment. And afterwards, well, once a little bit more time passes by, where I've actually got some of my birthday stuff, I'll have a What's in the Treasure Chest with a little update video on the end, like I usually do, so I can talk about more stuff then.
Okay.
So what are you doing right now?
Okay, well, I was going for some heart pieces. I'm now gonna try to go to the Spirit Temple.
Fair enough.
Then again, I should probably stock up on some magic. No, yeah, I probably should, but that would mean replacing one of the bottles, because I have all four of my bottles are filled with fairies. So
just make a little side stop at a Great Fairy, perhaps.
Oh, but then again, I think I barely have enough to make it past the second trial, so I think I might pull it off. But if I see a bottle of if I go to that one section where that Gold Skulltula is with the pots, and one of them has a magic jar, I'll go ahead and use that magic jar to have more magic, and I think it'll be a little bit easier for me to make my way past the second trial and reach the Desert Colossus. So yeah.
Oh, that's actually something else I wanted to mention, talking about projects that we got coming up. After this verse is done, I'm planning on going back on to Final Fantasy VI, but this time I'm going to be doing the PC version. I originally was going to do the GBA version to cover all the bonuses, but, you know, I didn't want to emulate it because I like doing things on the proper hardware, and, well, I don't have the cartridge, but not only that, but, you know, the PC version is actually the latest version, has Steam achievements, and even other bonuses that the iOS version doesn't have, so I actually have that version. I've played the version up to pretty much where I am in the, or the same similar amount of progress that we've got on the PS1 version that we did for the LP, which was my 6th LP, so this is actually quite a ways back. Excuse me, I just hit you, it didn't count. But yeah, we'll be getting all the additional espers, doing the 2 additional dungeons, covering all the bonuses and changes and stuff, and of course it's going to be better quality than what it was back then. Because that's like when I first started using Sony Vegas, and now I'm using Premiere Pro. Massive jump. I mean, hell, it's like 4 years later as well, so that's crazy. More?
Okay, let's get out the lens of truth here.
Any other topics you wish to talk about, or I'm not having a good time here.
Oh well, actually, I wanna bring up your update video that you recently did. When you were explaining both our 101% LPs of Donkey Kong 64. In which you had some of your earlier subscribers, before I subscribed to you, vote on that game or ICO or A Link to the Past GBA version. Yeah, I kind of wanted to bring that up because you mentioned A Link to the Past. Are you gonna use Dazzle again to record the Game Boy player to play that game, or what?
Well, component-wise, out of the question, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, because those things are bloody expensive.
Okay.
Not to mention ridiculously rare.
Okay, I mean, hell, if I had the Game Boy player myself. I have the GameCube. I do have the GameCube, so if I were to have the Game Boy player and I had some Game Boy Advance games, maybe I could capture myself playing those games. But then again, I don't really need to because I do have the Visual Boy Advance emulator, so there you go.
Again, Ruto's head just spawned by itself. It's weird. But yeah, I realised I could use emulator, and it would look a lot better, a lot sharper and all that, but at the same time I couldn't cover 4 swords. And both me and Aaron have cartridges to play that on the proper hardware, so yeah. And even then, if we did 4 swords along with, which is what I plan on doing, because, you know, you have to play both of them in order to unlock stuff on both of them, well, we would also like to cover the bonuses on the 4 Swords Anniversary Edition for the DSiWare, because we both have that as well, which was a limited download at the time. But then I would have to emulate that anyway, and DSiWare emulation is kind of finicky at this point. So it's like, once again, I'll have to do like proper hardware, and the only choice for that is a 3DS capture device, which I still want. So that's kind of one of the main reasons why I haven't actually started that project. I mean, I could do the main project, because that'll be bonus episodes for 4 Swords, and that'll be on Aaron's channel, so he'll have something. Please check out my brother's channel, link in the card. Shameless plug for shout-outs and whatnot, but yeah, still want to do A Link to the Past. I mean, hell, I want to do Ancient Stone Tablets, which I've been practicing on stream for 100% speed running-ish. I mean, you kind of have to. So yeah, and obviously, A Link to the Past ROM hacks, considering how annoying Hyrule Magic is to work with, some ROM hacks are really good quality. I might even want to do A Link to the Past randomizer, so I've got plans, I just need to be able to execute them. And yes, the GBA will be done through the Dazzle.
Okay. How much time do we have left? Because I can tell you're actually just now trying to escape from the castle.
12 minutes and 28 seconds.
Okay.
And I'm actually about to start the credits.
You're starting what?
I'm about to start the credits.
Oh, you already defeated him. Oh, great.
I used Deco Nuts to hit his bum. These nuts. And then I give her the potato flute and the events of Wind Waker and Majora's Mask in 2. As I said before earlier in this race, if you never even played this game to make Link get out of bed, this whole adventure would never happen and the split would never happen. I feel like there should be a fourth split where Link doesn't actually do anything, because the only reason why like the events are set in motion is because Link actually took action. Because if he never gathered the 3 spiritual stones, picked up the Master Sword, opening the door time, Gandalf wouldn't be able to access the Sacred Realm when Link is frozen in time. And that's when we have to actually go fight him proper. So technically it's all our fault that these events have transpired in the first place. And then we have to continue the adventure in order to, you know, fix our mistake. By starting in the first... It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, basically. If we never took action, Ocarina of Time would have never happened. You get what I mean?
Oh, yeah, fair enough, I guess.
I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if, like, for example, since Ganon couldn't access the Sacred Realm and stuff like that, imagine if Breath of the Wild actually took place on a completely different tangent to everything else. I mean, that would make a little bit more sense, considering the game is so far ahead of all the other games. Not in terms of game design, obviously, but in terms of, like, you know, just the span of time. I mean, like, not only do you have the 100 years from the beginning of the story to the time that you're actually playing the game, but it's also like 10,000 years before, like, after any other Zelda game, because obviously the legend has been passed down and stuff has happened, but at some point the Sheikah would have had to make the Sheikah technology, and then it was lost, or then again that was before any of these games happened, and it's been lost since. It's never explained in that context, but at the same time, considering it's such a big thing, you could probably have that as like a split off from Ocarina of Time. It's just a little theory that I've kind of put together. Gets the brain thinking. But it's all just a theory. A game theory. Not sponsored by MacPat.
Okay, it's time to finally turn back into a child yet again.
Oh, well, you just got the Requiem of Spirit?
Yes, I did.
Warping around on my potato flute. The Legend of Link, the Potato Flute of Time. Hello? Did the call drop?
I'm here. I just can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Maybe we could talk about, just reflect on the race so far, I guess. I mean, we've got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left, but it's something to talk about, I guess.
Oh, man. Actually, I think there's one thing we can talk about. Have you, since this is going up on your channel, have you already thought about what music you're going to use as the end card for this?
I don't have an end card for the final episodes, because there's no other episodes to go for. So, it'll just fade to black.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't have to do that.
Yeah, so I'm up to the Rainbow Fire right now. I still don't understand what that is actually all about. I mean, where did all this multi-fire come from? Who made this? I doubt the Mario Brothers make the fire. Goran's probably didn't. I mean, we've got the Spiritual Stone of Fire, so I doubt that they would be able to use that. They must use, like, alcohol or something. Oh, did you actually know something that in the credits, if you didn't give the running man the bunny hood, he doesn't run around like a moron in the credits. He just hobbles about. I never actually noticed that because I've seen the credits so many times it just blends in because I normally do it 100%. So I'm just used to seeing it.
Yeah. Okay.
I like how the Gerudos do the Moscow. What were you about to say? Sorry.
I didn't say anything. I was just saying a sigh and an okay. That's it. I haven't really said anything.
Fair enough. So yeah, let's well, we still have to actually review about the race. We can't just like leave it on a note like that. So I guess we'll start now since we have about 6 minutes 30 left, and my credits are about to be done. I mean, I can't really press A to do anything. So yeah, well, I'll say this. For quite a while, even since the beginning, even before and after we had all the technical issues and whatnot, like the first, like, third of this race, I think, or maybe the first half, maybe 2/3 of this race, it was quite, kind of, we didn't know who was going to be ahead, because we were quite split off in terms of what we were doing. I was doing a lot of side quests, you were getting all the dungeons done. You were ahead of me in dungeons for a very long while. And then when it came to like the bomb tube bowling alley, I had a bit of bad luck, and I only just overtook you, but you overtook me again. And, let's see, what else happened? Once I got all my side questing done to catch up with what you have already done, I pretty much did 3 dungeons in a row. Just trying to overtake you, and I pretty much did in the Fire Temple because stuff happened on your side during then. And, yeah, and then it, like, after then, the Water Temple was kind of a, well, it was a bit of a mess for me, mainly because I wasn't paying attention to the timer and I was doing silly mistakes, but nothing I couldn't have recovered from. Dark Link didn't give me much trouble, but he gave you a lot of trouble. No offense. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, obviously because the gap was so big, it wasn't as exciting. I mean, we can't really change that. That's the nature of a race. If someone gets more ahead than the other, then there's not really any suspense. So it's just inevitability at that point. But you still get to see how we play, what our routes are. And, you know, we still had some topics to talk about. I mean, we're not going to just leave it hanging 2 episodes away from the end. And, I mean, that's just not being sporty. And, you know, you've got a little bit of news. Blue's getting a Switch, and new games are coming out. In fact, hell, E3 is coming around the corner. We might see a bit of Smash then, a bit of the Nintendo Online stuff. And most of the time with these side projects that I do, I normally talk about news and stuff that I'm, you know, just to fill in the void or stuff, because I'm just playing a game again. The main challenge is actually playing the game with the set rules, or under the constraint that you're playing under, which in this case is a competitive race to get 100%, barring 50 Gold Skulltulas and any pointless chests, so... yeah.
Okay. The least I could think of at this point is to talk about your Uber challenge, unless time's running out.
I have actually reached the end credits. I've reached the end screen. That actually takes a lot longer to get to than I remember. But you got 3 minutes 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay. Okay, Uber challenge. That Uber challenge of yours. I'm gonna try and record it, but it's gonna be really, really, really hard.
Well, remember, but the Uber challenge that I have for the rules are kind of outdated now, so... I mean, the actual Uber challenges are a lot harder now.
Oh, well, oh my god! Oh, no. Oh, narrowly escaped the bloody Wallmaster right there.
Oh. He almost gave you spam.
Anyway,
the demonic form of Master Hand.
What was I gonna say now? About the Uber channel? Oh yeah, I kind of want to stick to doing yours, since the actual one would be even harder than yours is. So.
And oh yeah, you earlier in like a few episodes back you mentioned the Super Ocarina of Time 64 made by once again Kaze Emanuel. We're mentioning him a lot. I've just realised we've been talking to him about a lot because of Super Mario 64 Online and all the other ROM hacks. Chaos, even I've mentioned him because of Chaos Edition. We've mentioned him a lot, but yeah, he's made a Mario ROM hack of basically on the veins of Super Donkey Kong 64. He's pretty much put Mario in Ocarina of Time, and there's like 171 stars or something like that. Blue's been playing it in his spare time. I've actually been getting requests on my Discord to actually, you know, cover it in some way, so I might do it as a live stream. Don't know. Blue will be there, so that'd be cool. He'll be there hanging out in the chat.
Oh man, well, my original thought was that you and I should do a co-op of that.
Oh yeah, because Super Mario 64 Online, or Net 64, the app actually allows you to do that on certain ROM hacks now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it together, but then it's going to be really hard to time the live streams unless we just record it, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to be doing another collab so soon, because we've already done 2 already this year, and we're not even halfway through the year. So, and not only that, but obviously, you know, near the end of last year, Final Miiverse Moments with Meryl. So that's like 3 collabs in one.
Okay,
like,
well, remember, we actually recorded Super Mario 64 Online during Christmas 2017. We weren't going to publish it until the start of 2018, so.
True, but at the same time, I've got like many more LPs that I want to talk about in the update. I mean, I've already said that I'm going to do the Spyro Reignited trilogy when that's a thing, but there's actually one other LP that I'm itching to do, which will probably be after I've done all the Final Fantasy stuff, so Final Fantasy 6 stuff. So, yeah. So time's about to be finished on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Let's hit the stop on that. There we go. And, I guess the only thing I can ask is, what's your finishing progress?
Well, I just got the second Gold Skulltula at the Spirit Temple, and across from the brick wall up here. That's where I am. So if I turn myself this way, actually first person view, yeah, this is the brick wall room. The Gold Skulltula, I already got it, but the Gold Skulltula was right up here where it was, so.
Progress story-wise, do you want to, like, just review what you have in your quest sub-screen?
Okay.
Maybe the amount of heart containers, perhaps? I don't know.
Okay, well, I had, before I entered this temple, I had 17 heart containers overall.
Wow, you shot up.
What?
You shot up in health.
Okay, well, remember, I collected some heart pieces to get 17 containers overall, but anyway. Okay, so I didn't get the bomb shoes. I didn't go for the training ground, and that's why I don't have the ice arrows. I never got to meet with Zelda because I still needed to complete both of these temples, this one and the Shadow Temple, so that when I did meet with her, I would get the light arrows. Let's see. I didn't get the mirror shield yet. I can't because I have to be an adult. So there you go. Hover boots, I didn't get those because I didn't do the Shadow Temple. Okay, Gold Skulltulas 42. Well, like I said, that second one was the last one I got, and because I didn't do the Shadow Temple. Well, I mean, I didn't even get the Nocturne of Shadows. So there you go. And of course, because I didn't complete these 2 temples, you guys can see on my screen that I don't have the shadow or spirit medallions. So there you go. And in terms of the map for this temple, I don't have anything. The map itself, the compass, and of course not the boss key, because I have to get the boss key and the compass as an adult. So there you go.
Well, you actually got further than I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to be able to just get past Naburu and that was it, but you actually got a few rooms further than I thought, because you voided out the Stalfos, as you said. Normally I beat him because he doesn't like going near the edge, but you managed to void him out, and that sped you up a bit. But yeah, so yeah, that's the versus race. I mean, like I said, I wish it could have been a little bit closer. I didn't cheat, so the big gap was not my fault. I'm just going to say that right now. But I think Blue here has a little ultimatum when it comes to this project, even though it's the end. I believe he has something to say about this project.
Well, I have to say okay, I have to say I've been really, really angry. I'm not angry that I lost to Scatlink, but I've been very, very angry as to how big of a lead he had over me. That's it.
Yeah, so, like I said, I can't really say anything about that. As I said, I would have liked it to be closer. I mean, I could have went and hunted for a few Gold Skulltulas to, like, you know, prolong the inevitable, but then that would just be like, oh, he's just wasting time because he can, and it's just like, I don't know. I can admit that if a race isn't as, you know, close cut, it's not as entertaining, which is why we had a lot of topics to talk about in, like, the later episodes, especially these last two. But at the same time, you know, you have to. We weren't going to stop so close to the end. That would just be silly. Just leave you guys hanging, like, for, like, oh, they just gave up on the race. Nah, we had to finish it because that's fair. And not only that, but I believe Blue said that he may continue his file on his own as bonus episodes.
Yeah, I said I was probably gonna do that. I actually said that in between recordings that I would actually continue through the rest of my run, because I personally don't think it should end the way the race should have ended the way it is.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys have seen the journey so far. Thanks for watching the versus challenge. I will say, despite well, it may sound a little bit mean coming from me, but I don't mean this mean in any shape or form. Pretty much most of this project quite fun. I mean, we've had a bit of banter, we had a few laughs. I'm going to be editing the best moments of this, because there were actually a few quite notable things, especially with a couple of semi-arguments, but also banter that we had, and it was like the reactions along with that kind of made those what they were. So that will be going on my channel in this for this race's playlist, but the bonus episodes of the race themselves will only be exclusive to B.HedgehogMan17 channel, because, well, I've got nothing else to play. I've beaten the game. So.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm just gonna say this. The reason the reasons Scatlink's lead have been so big were mostly because of, one, the trouble I had during the Fire Temple, which in turn it took me 3 bloody episodes to complete, I should say. 2, the trouble I've had during the Water Temple against Dark Link, and because of that, it took me 3 episodes to complete that temple as well. And 3, all of this also due to the fact that I have not been taking your advice.
Well, with Dark Link, that was just unfortunate circumstances, as I mentioned 2 episodes ago. his AI adapts to what you do. I mean, most people say his AI is rubbish, but that's because they know how to trick him out. But if you like spam the hammer too much, he constantly backflips, and therefore he gets distance as well as some invincibility frames, and that's why he's a pain to hit. Plus, the Megaton hammer doesn't have a lot of reach. So, that was just unfortunate, because up to that point in the battle, he was fully black solid, so he's fully adapted. So, I mean, that's how you gauge it. So, and with the Scarecrow song, I mean, you originally had that as part of your plan, but you somehow forgot to go get it. Or you thought you had learned it, or you did step 1, but you didn't do step 2 in order to actually use it. So, do you want to close it off then?
Okay, yeah, so I guess that's it for this race, but I'm sorry to say this to some of you guys, but I really want to continue my run, because I really want to go for 100% on my own terms, even though this race is already complete. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the Spirit Temple. I'm going to go for the remaining Gold Skulltulas that I was planning on going for. Then I'm going to do the Shadow Temple. And then I'll go ahead and do Ganon's Castle. And you know what? Since this race is technically over and every episode was roughly 30 minutes long, I'm thinking of recording the rest of this for a full hour now.
Fair enough. And like I said, I'll be having a bonus episode being the best moments of this race on this channel. So with that, B.HedgehogMan and I are going to be signing out. So we will see you guys next time, and hopefully this versus race is going to continue on my side, even though the best moments I'm still going to add to your playlist. So yeah. And with that, guys, see you guys for whatever we do next.
So long, everyone. Bye.